For the first time in 3 years, the U.S. has a negative economic output. GDP is down 0.3% in the first 3 months of the year. President Trump blaming former President Biden for the fall. Perry Russum has our coverage in Washington tonight.
New government numbers out today show the U.S.'s economic output is slowing under President Trump. Gross domestic product for the first quarter of the year is down 0.3%.
And I have to start off by saying that's Biden. That's not Trump, because we came in on January. This is quarterly numbers.
It's the first time the U.S. is seeing negative growth since 2022. The numbers reflect the first 3 months of the year and the first 3 months of Trump's term.
This is Biden, and you could even say the next quarter is sort of Biden, because it doesn't just happen on a daily or an hourly basis.
The Bureau of Economic Analysis says the GDP decline reflects an increase in imports. The numbers calculated before Trump's tariffs went into effect. Companies stockpiling inventory, causing that spike in imports.
Businesses themselves have announced that, they are uncertain about how much they will be able to sell in the future.
Trump holding a cabinet meeting today after his 100th day in office. U.S. Trade Representative Jamison Greer says tariff deals are still some weeks out.
So this is something, a reordering of global trade that hasn't happened since the end of World War II, and it's long overdue.
Trump talking tariffs with ABC's Terry Moran yesterday.
145% tariffs on China, and that's good. Basically an embargo.
They deserve it.
It'll raise prices on everything from electronics to clothing to building houses.
You don't know that. You don't know whether or not China's going to eat it.
That's mathematics.
China probably will eat those tariffs.
Trump today.
Maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
The executive director of the Port of Los Angeles tells CNBC their shipping volume will be down 35% next week. He says major American retailers are stopping their shipments from China as the country faces that tariff of 145%. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
It was a late rally on Wall Street today, capping one wild month for the stock market. The markets were down most of the day in the wake of that GDP report. While the Nasdaq ended down about 15 points, the Dow gained 141 points today, and the S&P 500 also ended with a slight gain.